All right, welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're going deep, really deep, into something, well, pretty fundamental to education,
Uh-huh.
those relationships.
Yep.
You know, the ones between teachers and their students.
Right.
We've all had that teacher, right?
Oh, yeah.
The one who just gets you, makes you
Absolutely.
feel seen,
Sure.
pushes you to learn and grow.
Yep.
And today, well, what we're really digging into is like what makes teachers tick, what actually drives them, motivates them to build these like truly meaningful connections with their students.
That's exactly it. The why behind those connections.
Yeah, the why.
So for this deep dive, we're going to be looking at a fascinating paper.
Go for it.
It's called A Framework for Motivating Teacher-Student Relationships by Carly D. Robinson.
Okay.
And it was published in the Educational Psychology Review back on October 4th, 2022.
So for everyone listening, get ready because we're going to break down what makes some teachers so, driven is the right word?
Yeah, driven.
Driven to connect with their students, and honestly, why it matters so much, like why these connections are so crucial in the classroom.
And we all know, right? It's not always easy for teachers to build these bonds. So we're going to look at what motivates them to put in the effort.
Yeah, because let's be real, teaching is demanding.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a tough job.
It is.
So figuring out what keeps teachers going, especially when it comes to building these relationships,
Yeah.
I think that's really valuable.
And you know what's interesting is that something that Robinson's article points out right from the start is just how much everyone agrees on the value of these relationships.
Yeah.
These teacher-student relationships, we'll probably just call them TSRs from now on.
TSR sounds good.
Like there's a ton of evidence, a mountain of it,
Yeah.
showing that positive TSRs are linked to better student learning, more engagement in school, and even better job satisfaction for teachers.
Okay, but let's unpack this a little bit.
Yes.
Because honestly, it just makes sense, right?
Oh, absolutely.
If a student feels like their teacher gets them, sees them as a person,
Yeah.
understands their strengths and challenges, well, it just stands to reason that they're going to be more into learning.
Right, more invested.
Yeah.
More willing to participate.
Exactly.
And it's not just a hunch. It's like you said, backed up by tons of research.
Yeah, the research is really solid on this.
Solid.
So if we all agree that these relationships are so beneficial, what does this framework tell us about what actually pushes teachers to go that extra mile to build them?
Okay, so this is where this MTSR framework comes in.
MTSR.
Yeah, that's Motivating Teacher-Student Relationships Framework.
Okay, I got it.
It's basically a way to think about the beliefs that teachers have about these relationships and how those beliefs impact their actions, their behavior in the classroom.
So it's not just about knowing that these relationships are good.
Right.
It's about like what they really truly believe about them.
Exactly.
Eh,
It's like those beliefs are what drive them. They shape how teachers approach those relationships, the energy they put into them.
Okay, so what are those key beliefs then?
All right, so the framework highlights three really important ones.
Okay, let's hear them.
First one, it's kind of foundational, is a strong belief in the role of building these TSRs.
Belief in the role. Okay.
Right. It means teachers see creating these connections as a core part of their job.
So it's not just like an extra thing they do if they have time?
Nope, it's essential.
Like it's built into the job description.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's like, think of it like a doctor.
Okay.
They don't just operate, right?
Yeah, of course not.
They take the time to get to know their patient's history.
Right, build a rapport.
Exactly.
It's all part of providing the best care.
Exactly.
So for teachers, it's about seeing those relationships as like foundational to creating a good learning environment.
100%.
If a teacher doesn't believe that, if they don't see that as part of their job, well,
It's going to be a lot harder.
yeah, it's like they're starting from behind.
Right, they might not put in the effort.
Okay, what's the second belief?
So the second belief is all about the value of TSRs.
Okay, the value.
Teachers need to truly believe, like deep down, that these positive relationships actually matter.
Matter for what?
For everything.
Okay, be specific.
For their own success as a teacher and for the success of their students.
So they have to believe that putting in the time, the energy to build these connections, that it'll actually pay off.
Exactly.
In what way?
Well, it depends on the teacher. Right?
Okay.
Some teachers might see the payoff in their students' grades.
Like their students are more engaged, so they learn more.
Exactly.
Okay.
Other teachers might see it in the classroom dynamic.
Oh, like fewer disruptions?
Yeah, maybe less time spent managing behavior, more time for actual teaching.
Or even just a more positive, respectful vibe in the classroom.
Absolutely.
So it's not just about warm fuzzies.
No, not at all.
It's about seeing a real, tangible impact on the learning process. Okay, so belief in the role, belief in the value. What's the third belief?
All right, this one's a little bit trickier. It's called relational self-efficacy.
Relational self-efficacy. Okay, break that down for me.
Basically, it means a teacher's confidence in their own ability to build these positive relationships.
So believing they can actually do it.
Yeah, even with students who might be, tougher to reach.
The challenging ones.
Exactly.
So it's not just about wanting to build relationships, it's believing you have the skills to do it.
Yeah, and believing you can do it with all kinds of different students.
Makes sense.
Not just the ones who are already eager to connect.
Because every classroom is diverse.
Oh, absolutely.
You've got all kinds of personalities, backgrounds, learning styles.
And it's worth noting that these three beliefs, they kind of work together,
How so?
Well, for example, a teacher who really believes that building relationships is part of their job, well,
They might be more likely to seek out those skills, the tools to develop their relational self-efficacy. Like, they're motivated to become better at it.
because it's important to them.
Yeah, it's not just an afterthought.
Right.
Okay, this is really fascinating.
It is.
So we've got these three core beliefs, like the engine driving good teacher-student relationships.
Foundation.
But the framework also talks about the influence of what it calls sociocultural contexts.
Right.
What does that even mean?
It's basically the bigger picture, the environment that teachers are working in.
Okay, give me some examples.
Well, think about a teacher's own background, their experiences growing up, the community they're part of, the specific school they work in, the culture there.
The values of the families and the community.
Exactly. All of that shapes how they see their role, how much emphasis they put on relationships, and even their confidence in their ability to build those connections.
So like a teacher who comes from a community where personal relationships are really valued, they might naturally see those connections as a fundamental part of teaching.
It's just ingrained in them.
Or a school where the administration really encourages teacher-student interactions.
Right. They create opportunities for it.
That could really boost a teacher's confidence in their ability to form those bonds.
Yeah, because they feel supported.
But then on the flip side, a teacher in a school where it's all about test scores.
High pressure.
Yeah, high stakes.
They might not feel like they have the time or the space to prioritize relationships.
Right, like it's seen as a luxury they can't afford.
And that can weaken their belief in the importance of those relationships.
Or even their confidence in their ability to build them.
Exactly.
So it's almost like the environment can either really support teachers in building these connections,
Yeah.
or it can create these roadblocks, these obstacles.
And unfortunately, sometimes those obstacles are pretty big.
Okay, so this begs the question,
What's that?
why does all of this matter?
That's the million-dollar question.
Why should we care about understanding what motivates teachers to build relationships with their students?
Well, for a couple of big reasons.
Okay, I'm listening.
First, it helps us figure out how to actually improve those relationships.
Oh, I see. So it's not just about telling teachers that relationships are important.
Right. It's about understanding the underlying beliefs that drive their actions.
So we can target our efforts more effectively.
Exactly.
Give me an example.
Well, like, instead of just generic professional development about the importance of TSRs, we can design programs that specifically address those key beliefs we talked about.
Like helping teachers see relationship building as a core part of their identity as an educator.
Exactly.
Or giving them practical tools and techniques to boost their confidence in connecting with students.
Exactly. Because if a teacher doesn't believe they can do it, they're not going to try.
Makes sense.
So by understanding the motivation, we can be much more strategic and effective in our approach.
It's about working smarter, not harder.
Right.
Okay, that's one reason. What's the other big reason why this matters?
This one is really important. It's about equity.
Equity in education.
Yeah, because if we can figure out what factors in a teacher's environment might be unintentionally discouraging them from building strong relationships with certain groups of students,
Oh, interesting.
then we can start to address those systemic issues.
Create a more level playing field.
Exactly.
So it's about recognizing that sometimes, even without realizing it,
Yeah.
teachers might feel less equipped to connect with students from particular backgrounds.
And that can unfortunately lead to disparities in how those students experience school.
It's like a hidden obstacle.
Is.
But by understanding those underlying motivations,
Mm-hmm.
we can start to break down those barriers.
And create learning environments that are truly supportive and inclusive for all students.
Powerful stuff.
It is.
All right, so let's sum it all up for our listeners.
Okay.
The MTSR framework really shines a light on what's going on inside teachers' minds.
The inner workings.
It's not just about external pressures or knowing the right thing to do. It's about those deep-seated beliefs.
The core belief.
Yeah, the belief that building relationships is a fundamental part of teaching, that those relationships are truly valuable,
For everyone involved.
and that they, the teachers, have the power to build those connections.
And we can't forget about the context, right?
Oh, absolutely.
The environment a teacher works in plays a huge role in shaping those beliefs.
School culture, community values, past experiences.
All of it contributes.
Well, this has been a really enlightening deep dive, wouldn't you say?
Definitely. It's given us a lot to think about when it comes to creating truly supportive learning environments.
And it leaves us with a final question for our listeners to ponder.
Go for it.
How much does a teacher's own motivation, their beliefs about relationships, actually impact the learning environment they create?
That's a big one.
And if we really focus on nurturing those core beliefs, the belief in the role, the value, the self-efficacy, could that lead to better educational experiences for all students?
I think it's worth thinking about maybe reflecting on your own experiences as a student, or even as a parent or an educator.
Because those relationships, they really can make all the difference.
They can.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive, folks.
It's been a pleasure.
We'll see you next time on The Deep Dive.